Good morning. It's Tuesday. How is everyone? How are everyone? Is everyone. One and is go together. It's back to English 101 today. I'm a little sleepy. I don't know if you guys can tell. When you get here, let me know how you're feeling. Sorry I'm late. Some days I just can't. I woke up, I swear there's a no-see-em in here. I'm not like, I haven't got quite lost it that much yet. I'm very tired. I can see it in my face. Good morning, guys. I see some of you popping in. Hi, Wendy. Hey, you made it. Thank you, Wendy. I see 3. Thank you, guys, for popping in. Hi, Carol Ann. Good morning. Good morning. I have my sleepy face on still, as you can tell. I haven't been able to get rid of it. It's just a part of me today. I think it's going to be a sleepy day, which is completely okay. It's the contrast, right? We have days when I'm just like totally on it, and then I have days. Today I'm actually having some kind of an allergic thing going on, so I'm sneezing and I sound congested. I'm not sick in the least, truly. I went out to Jim's farm last night, and I think I got into some brand new pollen, and so I feel like I'm just, and it's sudden. It's like I was fine an hour ago. Suddenly I'm like, let's have a reaction. So excuse me for sounding like that today. I'm very human. The contrast is what I was all about today. Hi, Charlie. How are you? Hi, Sherry. Good morning. How is everyone today? I'm still pulling myself together. I really had to rush to get here today. My alarm went off at 8 o'clock. I almost always wake up at 7, and I did not. I slept straight through to that alarm today, so I must have been super tired. I needed it, and I'm still trying to wake up, so here I am. Wendy, feeling good? Charlie, how are you? Sherry, good morning, good morning. Carol Ann, I saw that beautiful hawk. I love hawks, and you reminded me. I had completely forgotten that on the way over to Jim's place last night, we saw a beautiful hawk just came right down in front of the car. We were driving really slow through through the national park, and it was just a little bitty hawk. So it's hawk time again, and hawks hold a beautiful message. It's for me, it's always been, well, it's time to fly. It's time for change. It's time for something brand new. I don't know what other people write about it, but I always see hawks when there's like a transitional phase, something big. It's always a positive thing to me. It's always been a time to let go of something, which my shoulder has been telling me, a time to kind of let go, a time to relax. And so for me, I'm going back through another phase of learning to not hold on so tightly to those that I love, allowing children to grow up, to have their experiences, to know that they're going to be okay, and that I don't have to hold on to them, that they can spread their wings and fly. So, hi, Mike. So the hawks for me are that, letting my children spread their wings and fly. I don't know what it is for you today. If you're seeing those hawks, Carol Ann, it may be there with a message. Look it up, see. And especially if you see them repeating, they're just like numbers. When animals show up in our lives over and over and over again, there's usually some reason. I don't know about you guys. I literally can't remember. I'm off of my ashwagandha. I've got some coming, but I haven't had any in a few days. And I always remember some of my dreams when I'm on ashwagandha. It's a really great supplement, but I know that I'm dreaming. I'm like really dreaming big time. I've been super busy in my sleep, and I can't remember. I feel as if I was in a cabin out in the woods someplace last night. The world was a little different. I do remember that, but I'm having a hard time. But even though I don't remember what the dreams are about, I feel like I'm affected. I feel like I've been so deeply into the dream state lately that it takes me a long time to work my way back out. Where am I going at night? What am I doing? I know I'm doing a lot. And so I wonder how you guys are feeling with that. Mary Ann, good morning. Are you guys having some of those? For Wendy, it's good afternoon. For us, it's still morning. I'm so glad to see you this morning, Wendy. We don't get to see you very often with you working now, and I miss you. So thank you for popping in today. All of you guys. Hi, Stacy. So glad to see. Hi, Hope. Wow, lots of good It must be because Wendy's been sharing. I'm here every day, but I'm not so good at sharing to different sites while I'm live. So when Wendy shows up, she often starts sharing it out, and then it gets to people that it doesn't always get to. So thank you for that. I'm glad you missed it too. Look at all these people happy to see you today, Wendy. Weird dreams too, Hope. The energy is strange, but it is new moon. Like, what is it? Last night was new moon. Yesterday was an incredible Silent Mystics, if you missed it, with Ruben Abu. He's got a really great name that he uses, a spiritual tag that he uses, and part of that is Abu, and that's the only part that I remember. Shaman Abu. He's from South Africa, so it can be very difficult. You have to listen closely to what he's saying, but it's so worth it. When you listen, you're like, oh gosh. And I didn't know he was going to gift us with that, but at the very end, we actually ran over because he did one of his blessings, chants, and he has this voice that is of the angels. That's the only way that I can put it. It makes me, now that I'm thinking about that, I'm literally going back into the energy that I walked away with yesterday. It was incredible. So if you didn't watch Silent Mystics, it's posted everywhere. Yesterday with Geraldine and I and Abu, Ruben, I really highly recommend going back and watching that. He's a very, very interesting soul, very humble, totally in service. He and I really relate to each other. I met him, it's been at least a couple years ago. He messaged me, and we've been buddies ever since. And we'll, he'll go off on his way because he goes out and he's away from his electronics, and then I get this beautiful message from him, and we just sit there and laugh. If you watched him yesterday, he loves to laugh, and so we just get silly. Really incredible person. So he posted his information. I'm not really advertising. I am still affected by the energy of yesterday's show. It was really beautiful. So I hope that you guys will give that a chance. Take a look and see. And if you can't watch the whole thing, skip towards the end and watch that beautiful blessing that he gave to all of us at the end of it. It was incredible. Lauren Riley, hello. Let's see what else we got going here. Oh, Wendy is just saying good morning to all of you. She is so good for that. So good at that. Such a good friend. Yes, please, Marianne, please watch the replay. Very interesting man. I really feel like he's come here to bless the planet in the most incredible ways. So that's my thing today. Recommending to you because I'd love for you to have that same. I'm going to go back and listen to that. I think that I need it. I think I need that kind of I've often done that because he'll do that every so often. He'll come onto his Facebook page and bless us, or Instagram, and bless us as he sits out in the wild someplace in South Africa. Starts doing that singing, that tone that he gets is like a singing bowl to me. It's like, okay, centered perfectly. And Geraldine got to experience that yesterday too. I saw the look of bliss on her face. I loved it. So go back and enjoy that. What is going on with you people? What is going on in the world? I'd love to know how life is treating you. What can I do for you today? I believe that. I think that's why Ruben and I connect so well, is that I do believe in being in service. And my grandmother was like that too. She was always taking care of someone. She was always reaching out, always doing something, giving of herself. And I do believe that many of us come here to be in service to others. So the last few days we've been going to this beautiful place in meditation, which many of you know of. We're calling it the Garden of Eden, and it's absolutely been magical. And yesterday we were given the gift of taking that Garden of Eden with us to create all day, to spend time in that space. Maybe that's what I'm doing in my dreams. I think it is. I just got the S. In my dreams, I'm creating my own Garden of Eden, my own beautiful place to go to, the place where there is no death, there's no suffering, there's no loss, there's no pain, there's no illness, there's nothing lower vibrational, there's no jealousy, we just gather, we just go to this place. And I'm going to be, what's coming through to me now is I really feel like that's what we are busily creating right now. Those of us that are gathering like this, we're creating a new earth. We're learning to reach out, to love each other without lower vibrational attachments. I remember one of the greatest lessons that Steve taught me was to learn to love others without putting the pressure on that other person, there's a better word, but without that need to have that other person return it exactly the way we're giving it. Because we're very, very loving people. As empaths, we want to give our whole hearts. And when you're in a relationship and you expect that other person to give of themselves as much as you give, it can create some lower vibrational activity. We really have come here with this huge heart. It's bigger than, thank goodness I'm in a relationship now with another empath who has no idea how strong his heart is, he's still trying to figure it out. He didn't even know what an empath was when we met, so he's still trying to figure it out, but he is just as giving as I am, so it creates a beautiful balance. But in our relationships, not just, a marital or, I get distracted. There's many relationships that we have. We have our relationships with our children, with our aunts, with our uncles, with our cousins, with our parents, with our friends. And so often we as empaths have this big heart and we just expect other people to be just like us. Why don't they, in many ways, why is it so easy for them? Why don't they get hurt as easily as I do? Why do I open up my heart to this person and they don't know how to do the same for me? Why? What we need to come to this conclusion of, we really are different. We really are different. It's okay to come to that conclusion that we really are different. Just look at yourself as being from another planet. You've come from Venus, the planet of love. At least I know I did. And I only know how to give love. I really have a hard time shutting that down since Steve died. It's like I just want to love people. I don't want to judge them. I don't understand how they can hurt each other. I don't know how to go there. And so many of us don't understand the other people on the planet because we really are just like we're from another planet. And we've come here to show people how to love each other, and they're just like out there hurting each other, and we're standing there going, how? Why? Why do you want to hurt each other like that? What is it that, what do you gain from that? I don't understand. I really don't. And so there's this need for us, where I was going to, was this need for us to create a space where we can all go to, this friendship that we have for each other, this space where we go and we can be completely free to open up, to just be. That was, I think that realization came through fully last week with Gerald Ann and Carrie and Caleb, all of us being in the same space. And there was no competition. There was no, you know how you get 3 girls together and 2 girls are going to team up and then that third girl is always on the outside. It didn't happen. It's like we were just being easy. We were just able to be ourselves, to unveil ourselves, to take off that cloak of protection that we wrap around ourselves when we go out into the earth. We go to the grocery store, wherever we go, we've always learned that we got to protect ourselves, because if we don't, we're so tender, we get hurt so easily, that we have to be really careful with ourselves. But when you get amongst people, these people in our lives that actually know how to love without any lower vibrational stuff mixed into it, when you get around other light workers, other empaths, and you can take that cloak off and just be yourself. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? And so I feel like that's what we're creating. Like, remember, with all this other stuff that's going on around us, you got me and I got you, and we know how to love each other. We know how to give freely without being afraid that we're going to get hurt, because I can come to you and I can open up my heart to you, and I know that you're not going to backstab or try to hurt me in some way. That's what it's all about, is learning how to trust each other again, because we have really learned how to protect ourselves in our family units, and on the planet we've been so easily hurt. School was torture for most of us. It was teaching us how to protect ourselves. So now here we are in this time of taking the cloak back off. I come here every morning. I'm a mess too. I got my own issues. I got kids that need me. I got things going on all around me. And it's my time to just shut it all down and say, no, I'm going to go be with my friends for an hour. I can come here and I can be easy and I can be myself. And I need that time. Even if we weren't to meditate and do any kind of clearing work, just to come together. Lay it all down and say, can you imagine us all being able to gather in the same space physically? Great big reunion. Just being able to I can't even imagine what it would be like, what it will be like, because that's what we're coming to. It will be this on the planet where everyone that you pass will be someone that is capable of truly loving without any lower vibrational energy. That's what we're coming to. That's my Garden of Eden. I hope you're creating the same thing. Whatever is in the Garden of Eden, I believe in abundance. Those things are always there. I do believe in abundance. But I want to come to a place where I know I can go there and gather with like-minded, like-hearted people. Like-hearted is better. How do you feel about that? Wouldn't that be beautiful? To always be surrounded by loved ones where you can just totally let down your guard, where you can go chase after butterflies or fairies or dragons, where you can be completely you. My daughter said something last night. She's learning. She is at 20 for a long time as I would go into these spiritual places, because I've been on a big growth pattern ever since Steve got sick, and it's been a year ago, or 4 years ago. It's that anniversary time. I began something the day that I went to that hospital, and they said, I have to tell you some bad news. And I got this sucker punch to the gut, knocked the wind out of my sails. I went completely to the floor, and I learned how to truly seek, how to become. And it took some time. It's definitely been a long, lengthy, painful process. And yet, during that time, my children were watching me, and this girl who's 20 had finally learned how to let a man be important in her life. She had finally learned how to let Steve be her father. And then he got sick. And it just, talking about sucker punches, she was like 15, 16 years old. 16. And it was like the most traumatic thing ever to finally get to a place where you could trust a man after what she went through with her real father, to finally learn to trust him. And it took him a lot of effort to get her to that place, and then to lose him that way. And as I was going through my process, I was like, wait, he's still here. I feel him. And she would just get angry. I remember that he would, in our sessions with Paul, he would say, there's a child upstairs that he goes to often that he's trying to help. And it was her. He was always hanging close to her, trying to help her always, trying to help her get through it. And she wouldn't accept it. She wouldn't accept that he was still there that way. I finally see her now at 20. I'm looking at her completely changed. 4 years. 4 years is a magical number. I see her look at me now differently. She's like, wait, maybe she spent time with Gerald Ann last week. She loves Gerald Ann. Gerald Ann has become her Aunt Gerald. She wants to call her a nickname, Annie. She's so close. She met Carrie. She loves Carrie. She's meeting these people, you people. And she's seeing that maybe mom's not so crazy after all. She's been coming to that anyway, but she's opening, finally. And so it's this learning to be patient with those people around us that don't necessarily want to go to that place, and just continuing to be ourselves. Just don't let them stop you from growing into this beautiful being that you're meant to be. Because maybe they don't get it right now, but they are going to get it. They are going to get it. They're going to see it just like the rest of us. At some point, they're going to get it. And when they do, she and I were out driving last night. We've been going places. I've never been so close to this girl. And it feels so good to me. It makes me want to cry to see this girl who, even just a few months ago, just didn't get it. And is suddenly really, really, like, boom, it's hitting home. It's such a transition. It's such a huge transition for her so quickly. And I see this happening all the way around the planet. Us putting out this beautiful energy. It's not a crazy thing to believe in spirit. It's not crazy to know that your loved ones are so close to you. It's not crazy to believe that you came from another planet. It's not crazy to think that there are fairies out in the woods. It's not crazy to know that you got a dragon flying around you. It's not crazy. That's bringing back the magic. That's recreating this planet in the way that we choose to see it. How do we choose to see it? We are creators. We are creators, and we get to recreate this planet right now. That's our job. That's why we're here. What do you want to create on this planet? Can you visualize it? Can you imagine? Can you daydream? Can you paint? Can you draw? Can you write it into your reality? Write it into our reality. Create something magical. Wendy, I've looked at your garden. You've created that magnificent, this really beautiful garden, this healing space outside for yourself. That's what we're doing. On a larger level, we're like looking around us going, okay, how about if we create a fairy forest? Forget the fairy garden. How about if we create a fairy forest that we can go to so we can spend time with the fairies? What else do I want to put on my earth? I would love to see dragons, gentle dragons, flying through the sky. Dragons that you can train. Dragons that will carry you to faraway places. Wouldn't that be cool to hop on a dragon's back and end up in Wendy's backyard? Wendy, guess what? We're coming to visit. We're hopping on the dragon. We're coming to see you soon. How about a place where there's no more illness? How about a place where there's no more death? How about we walk into that garden and all of those loved ones that have passed on before us are there waiting for us? How about if we open up that door and we no longer have a door between us and our loved ones? How about if they can come to us through that door and we can go to them through that door? How about if we just knock down all the walls and just create this Garden of Eden on the entire earth? How about if there's no more separation from anyone, from our loved ones, from the ones that are physically here with us now that are a long ways away? How about let's see, how about if the clouds really are made from cotton candy? How about if you just walk up on top of the mountain and you just take a bite of those clouds and they taste really good? And how about if we can eat all the sugar and all the sweets that we want and there's nothing that's unhealthy? How about if we can eat cheesecake if we want to? How about if there's no more illness? How about if we don't die so our bodies never get sick, our bodies stop aging, and we just get to be? We just get to be, and we get to run around and play. We can go sledding. There's no chance that we're going to break anything. There's no chance that we're going to get hurt. We just get to go have fun. So we can jump from airplanes, or we can carry a parachute on our dragons, and we can take a jump, and we can land on the earth while they scoop back down and pick us back up again. I've got this wild imagination, and I'm just believing today that this is what we're coming to. This is what we would have been had we decided to stay in the Garden of Eden. It would have always been playtime. There was no need to go off to work. There was nothing. There was no need to dust anything. Nothing decayed. There was no death. We didn't eat other animals because we didn't need it. We didn't need to eat. We didn't need to kill. We were just allowed to just be. I don't know if we didn't need to eat, but we didn't have to kill anything in the process. There was such abundance that everything just grew for us. We didn't have to plan it. We didn't have to go in and try to keep it up or take the weeds away or anything like that or kill off the bugs that were growing on it. Everything just happened exactly like it was supposed to, and it was all just there. We didn't have to work for it. We could just walk over and pick that beautiful piece of fruit and sit down and eat it if we wanted to. There was no need for worrying about washing it off or that some kind of parasite was going to get. That just wasn't there. So all these things that you have a fear of now, in the Garden of Eden, there was nothing to be afraid of. You could do anything that you wanted. You could have anything that you wanted. Can you imagine? I want you to imagine that with me. Hi, Carrie. I want you to imagine that with me. Can you imagine a world like that? And I need us to imagine it as often as possible. Hi, John. Hi, Melanie. You guys have been sneaking in on me. Hi, Susie. Hi, Terry. Good. Hi, Deborah. EWN, is that you, John? Or Wendy. Hi, sweet. Yes, I'm going to say that's John. Hi, John. Julie Kiss, thank you for popping in. Marianne, I think I said hi already. So many people here today. Thank you, guys. Susie, I'm sorry that you haven't been well. A butterfly just flew into your bedroom. I love that. Hi, Steve. wow, yeah. Carrie, you're right. You're talking about Caroline. She does see and she feels. She has always been, that girl has been an empath, a powerful empath since the day she was born. I looked in those beautiful blue eyes. She had the bluest blue eyes of any baby I've ever seen. I looked at her and I was like, wow, this is a magical creature. All of my kids, but this one, it was just, I remember the second I didn't know, I thought she was going to be a girl, but they couldn't tell me. And I was like, I believe. I'd already had a girl and 2 boys, and I felt like this one was a girl. And when she was born, I looked at her perfection. Oh gosh, it was the most beautiful little person I've ever seen. And I knew that she was going to be something special. And all of my babies, I felt like that when they came, but this one, those blue eyes. And then I remember when she was around 1.5, she was pretty young yet. She was very little. I had a miscarriage, and I was really broken. I was really sad. I'd really fought for that little one. Even though it was early on, I'd really fought. I'd heard a heartbeat. I really thought this was going to be good, because I lost one right before Caroline, too. So I was really afraid that I might lose this one, and I did. And it was pretty traumatic for me. And so I was sitting there on the sofa, and this little bitty toddler, 1.5 years old, came over and wrapped her arms around my head. And she just, you know, they give you that big old hug. And she was, everybody else was, my ex was not a very nice person. Everybody else was just kind of ignoring it. And this little girl came over to me, and she was so small, and she wrapped her arms around my head, and she said, "It's going to be okay, Mama." And she just climbed up beside me and let me feel her warmth. She just snuggled with me for a while and let me just hold her. She's been like that since the day she was born. She shut it down for a while out of pain, missing Steve, but she's back. And she is meant to do some absolutely incredible things on this planet. And so I'm so grateful, thankful that she's been able to meet up with you, Carrie, that you get to spend time with this beautiful angel child. Because her and that green blue hair, she's here to do some magnificent things. So Carol, a dragon's back would be so much more fun than an airplane. Yes, it would, wouldn't it? To just call in the dragon. Come on, dragon. Let's go take a ride. And like, can you hear the wings? My imagination goes crazy. I can hear whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Those wings as that giant dragon just takes up off the ground, and my hair starts blowing in the wind. And I'm just, arms out, arms spread out. I don't even got to hold on. That dragon will perfectly balance me everywhere I go. So I don't have to hold on. I can just, my arms are out in the air, wind in my face, surveying this beautiful land. Everyone's happy on the earth. There's nothing to worry about. No concerns. Nothing but abundance. And I get to lift up off the ground and just be at peace and joy and happiness. So there's a crazy energy here right now. I don't know who's feeling it, but I do feel like it's time to do a little clearing. I hope you guys are in on that. There's like something just hit me. So I don't know if it's one of you. I'm still feeling it out. Let's do a little clearing, and then let's go off to the Garden of Eden for anyone that wants to join me. Doobie doobie doo. I see you guys. I see all your I see all your comments. Let's go. Marianne's ready. Good. Good, good, good. So we're going to turn over to my little garden space so you don't have to look at my face the whole time. It gives you something else to look at. And I would love for us to go to this beautiful garden for a little while. This is our little Garden of Eden. This is our tree. And as we're sitting here, you put your feet on the floor. We're going to go places. We want to be well grounded before we go. We want to be well protected. So we're going to do a little protection first, and then we're going to go into that garden. So I would love for you to put your feet on the floor. If you've got a place where you can touch something like wood or stone, if you've got any crystals nearby, I'd love for you to hold on to them and ground your energy. I'm doing the same for me. Little drink. Sorry. Okay. So as your feet are on the floor and you're ready to take some adventure time, we're calling in Archangel Michael first for protection, to clear this energy Any cords or attachments that are holding us to the ground, any illness that's keeping us from finding that beautiful heart space, we ask to have Archangel Raphael come in and work with that illness or that disease or that depression, whatever it might be. So there will be clearing energy, healing energy. Take a big breath. I see roots going out of every person's feet. Feel them going deeply, deeply into the ground, allowing your roots to get you all perfectly grounded and settled into the earth. Feel that earth energy holding you, embracing you. That's perfect, exactly what I needed. Peace just came over the room, thank you. So as you're sitting there, you are wrapped in a bubble of protection. Your home, every nook and cranny, every object is clearing right now. I can see the angels going through. It's like they're just clearing away, just like sage. It's like the smoke going through your house over every person in your home, putting an air of protection around each one, clearing away any negative energy, any lower vibrational energy, any earthbound spirits, any cords or attachments that may be on you that are not your own, that are not there for your highest of good. We're asking to have them severed and released at this time. Any earthbound spirits to be crossed over into the light, into healing. And now as you're sitting there all safely protected, I'd love for you to look at the door of that garden. And I'd love for you to take 10 steps to the garden. And as you get closer, look who appears for you to welcome you in. It may be a loved one. It may be an ascended master. It may be Source. It may be God. It may be Jesus. It might be an angel. Whoever it is that you choose, I'd love for you to visualize them there at that beautiful gate, opening it up for you and welcoming you in. Take a big breath, relax. Feeling the energy, allowing your Holy Spirit higher self to walk in through that gate, that most beautiful part of you. Take your ego with you. Allow that little ego to have some beautiful time in that healing space in the Garden of Eden. Create together. We're not leaving the ego out. The ego is important. The ego just needs to come into alignment and realize there's nothing to be afraid of. So let's show the ego absence of fear. And as you come to that gate, there's someone there to embrace you. Feel that warm hug, that welcome. Sitting in that beautiful energy of love. Now step into the gate, and who do you see? What do you see? There are loved ones all around you. You don't even know them all, except you recognize them. As soon as you step in, you recognize everyone there. Every single one. We are all one huge soul family. Look around you. Give hugs. They're all just loving you, welcoming you, bringing you gifts, thanking you for the work you're doing, reminding you that one of these days you will be home again. And for now, they're thanking you for the hard work that you're doing. I see a field. For me, I see a field of hot air balloons, and I'm going to go take a ride. What would you like to do? You get to ride your dragons. You get to swing from trees. You get to eat anything you want to eat. Some of us, that's all we want to do when we go to the Garden of Eden. Find something incredible. I see a grandmother standing there with a huge apple pie, your favorite apple pie. Go have a piece of pie with Grandma. My grandmother's with me, and she's going to go up in that hot air balloon. I love it when my grandmother joins me. We're going to take a flight together. We used to have a story we would read that was all about a boy taking a flight in a hot air balloon. So my hot air balloon looks just like his. I love that story she told me. And I love being close to her again, feeling her energy, knowing that she's here to read stories to me, to bring comfort. Who's there for you? I hope that you're finding a loved one that you can spend some precious time with right now. You can go lay down under a tree with that person, look up at the stars, whatever you'd like to do. And as you're adventuring, we're calling in all of our angels, our guides. We're calling in for a clearing, calling source energy to come in over the top of your crown, your physical body, to receive a perfect clearing right now. I see a large hand coming in over the top of you, and this beautiful energy just raining down on the top of your head. If you can feel that beautiful energy just pour down, encasing you in healing love and protection. And it goes in through your crown and down through your third eye, across your forehead. There is such joy in this room right now. I love sharing this time with you. It's filling my heart. Breathe in deeply. Enjoy that feeling. A sense of freedom, bliss, abundance. Clearing energy down through the head. I feel healing going on in the sinuses, healing going on in the body, wherever it's needed. Breathe that in. Enjoy that energy as it goes to every cell. And it's going down through the throat chakra, opening you up, giving you a brand new voice. Helping you to speak your truth. Don't be afraid anymore. It's beautiful, the energy that's going through the throat. I'm just enjoying that. Keep playing in that garden. What do you see? Are you playing with fairies? How about a happy little troll under a bridge? That would be fun. They won't hurt you. They're nothing to be afraid of. They just like to play. I see some white horses. I see some white horses with wings. Who would like to fly a white horse? That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Up into the sky, you can hear those beautiful wings. Silky. They feel so silky to your hands. Reach out and touch the mane. What does that feel like? The energy's moving down into your heart space. Breathe deeply. Send it out. Set your intention on sending healing out to every cell of your body, every muscle, every joint, every ligament, every part of it, to your brain, to your lungs, to your organs, to your bones, every part. Stretch into it if you're feeling a little stiffness. Stretch into that. Allow it. Open it up. Create space. Hearts are so big right now. Big breath, fill it right up. That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing. This is such a beautiful time of all of us together as we share this beautiful clearing love energy with one another. This is a reunion of souls as we're so close together. It's all about the energy. Let go of the physical. Realize you're energetically so powerful. You can go anywhere you choose. It's down into the solar plexus, clearing, clearing, clearing. Anything, any cords or attachments. Sit up straight. Allow, just release anything that no longer serves you. Just letting go. I'm ready to release old soul contracts. I'm ready to release that old karma that I think that I have to pay back 1,000,000,000 times. I've already done it. The work's already been done. I don't need to continue on that cycle. I release it. I let it go. And Archangel Michael scoops in and just takes it all away. Big breath. A little extra work in that solar plexus area. It's okay. We're just holding that energy. Keep playing. Keep enjoying yourself. Show that little ego what it feels like to not have any fear for just a little while. Swing higher and higher and higher. Swing so high and then let go of the swing and fly to the moon. What does the moon feel like? You can circle right around it. Whatever you want to do, it's your choice. You get to do anything. What have you always wanted to do? Letting go, just enjoying life, just enjoying the fact that you get to be here in this magical time to create. Down into the second chakra, clearing away, creating a perfect place to birth something new. What would you like to birth? What are you creating today? Brand new energy. It's perfect. Just like that brand new baby I was talking about. It's perfect. You get to bring that forth into the world. Something brand new, something beautiful, that's all your own creation. It's just you. You are totally unique. No one else can do this but you. It's yours completely. Down into the root. Perfect, perfect, perfect energy. Clearing away any clutter. Letting go. I see wings, white wings on each one of you as you learn how to fly. We don't need dragons. We don't need horses. Now we're going to take a flying lesson all by yourselves. Grow the wings that you want to grow. You can be butterfly wings or dragon wings or whatever you envision. Grow your wings right now. That loved one that you've been wanting to see, they're flying right beside you. They love to show you what you can do. They're like, look at this. Look at this. You can do anything you choose. Don't limit yourself. And that energy is going down the legs, through the feet, out into the earth. I see this light going through your roots, all the way out down into the earth, healing the earth as it goes. Just as the earth needs our carbon dioxide, it also needs all of this lower vibrational energy. It takes it and it turns it into a light energy. So it comes right back up through your roots, and it's coming back up through every cell of your body, lighting you up, creating a light body. This light body allows you to walk the planet without feeling so distressed, without worry, without lower vibrational energies. It's a recreation. It's brand new. Right now, every cell is renewing itself, recreating you, allowing you to take your first big breath. Take that first breath as a brand new creature today. Powerful. You are so powerful. Breathe in that energy of creation. Beautiful. Now it's time to come back out of that garden, but you get to bring it with you. They showed us that yesterday. Don't just leave the garden, bring it back with you so that you can work to create it today. So today, spend time recreating that garden every day, adding new stuff as if it's the most beautiful masterpiece you have ever created. Bring your little ego with you. Take a big breath. Pull that higher self back into your heart space along with the ego. In perfect alignment with one another. They are best friends. Ego says, I like this. I like this. That felt so good. What a beautiful vacation for the ego. Breathe them back into your heart space. And now you're being all sealed up in an air of protection, a bubble of protection, being wrapped around you. It's spacious. You can stretch your arms out, make it as big as you like. You can walk through the earth with this big bubble all around you, allowing you to move freely within, allowing you to shine that beautiful light of yours. It's impermeable to any negative energy. You are safely protected within. Now take one big breath, and I want you to visualize the earth or anyone on the earth, any person, animal, whoever you'd like to that needs healing, as many as you like. Take a big breath and send it out, sending love to wherever needed. Sending love to each one of you that gathers here with me. Hold it as long as you need to. Envisioning that person, that animal, the earth, holding them in your arms as if they're just brand new and sweet, giving them that beautiful love. One more big breath. Integrate all that beautiful new energy all through your cells. And now count to 5 with me as we come back up out. Waking up. Coming back out of that whole garden space. Enjoying that energy as it comes with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And take your time. Ease up out. Thank you. Hi, Kim. Thank you for jumping in. Susie. This is a nice time. Thank you guys for joining me. As you come out, I'll be here waiting. We've still got a few minutes. I didn't run over today. So I'm just going to sit here and wait for you guys to join me to let me know if you had any special experiences. Excuse me. Still clearing. Still working with this allergy thing. You're so welcome, Wendy. I have a question. I have a show on Thursday night called Forever After That. I have no idea who's coming out with me this week. Last night when I went to sleep, I was like, I figured out Silent Mystics for a long while out, but I keep like Forever After That. I believe that Steve brings people to me for that show. So, if you feel drawn, let me know. Susie, Roland, thank you. You're so welcome. Good, Wendy. Enjoy the peace. That's what it's all about. Go to that beautiful place and just be at peace. Whatever's going on in your world, you can step out of it sometimes, and you can just go to that garden anytime, wherever you are. I've been known to do that in the middle of Walmart. It gets too intense. I'm like, I'm going to the garden for a few minutes. I go and hide amongst the clothes or something. Close my eyes and just let myself be for a few minutes. We are so much more. We're so much more than that person that walks through buying groceries in Walmart. And anytime you want to step out of that role, step back into the role of royalty, step back into the truth of who you are, please do. Please allow yourself to go to that place often. That's how we're creating this new earth. So thank you for being a part of that with me, that creation. You're taking that creative energy everywhere you go. You're magnificent creators. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. I got lots to get done. I really do. I got to take this piece with me so I can work my way through a stack of jobs. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me again today, for being here and for sharing out your energy wherever it's needed. Wow, beautiful. Riding a yellow dragon with a torch on my hand, all colors spinning. Charlie, that is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with me. I love that you're finding such beautiful times in your life with your loss. It makes my heart sing. Mary Ann, I love that little heart. Thank you, Kim. Have a great day too. You guys go out there and create today. Create from love. Not out of fear, out of love. Have a lovely day, all to Wendy, Carol Ann, Charlie. Love you guys. Enjoy yourselves today. I'll be on again soon. I will be here tomorrow morning at 9:30-ish. I've decided that I get here in perfect timing. It was a little late. I'm not even going to apologize anymore. It just is what it is. There's always divine timing. Susie, namaste to all of you. I love you so much. I will see you tomorrow morning. Take good care. Bye. Thank you for all those hearts, Wendy. I love that.